Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. Okay, so this is a message for the collective. I do not know how long this is gonna be. This time I'm gonna be channeling a little bit more than usual, especially because I have a couple of things that I want to share with you that I was something I experienced that I believe applies to the collective right now. And of course we'll get into the cards later, but I want to talk about that first. Something you should know before I get going. I'm more of a medium or an intuitive reader. Sorry about that. Mercury retrograde is almost here. So you may hear me say I see or I hear or they are telling me. By they I'm referring to my spirit team specifically, at least most of the time. And you may hear me mention certain cards or just other things in general, right? And also this camera shuts off every 30 something minutes. If this message is longer than I expect it to be, the camera will probably cut off, but I will just pick up wherever it left off, okay? So here's what I wanted to share, and of course the reason I believe it applies to the collective. So there's an eclipse, a very strong eclipse coming up. I believe it's on May 26th, if I'm not mistaken. It's an eclipse in Sagittarius, and it is also a blood moon, and so it's like really big energy, right? So eclipses bring change, right? So they close the doors that need to be closed, and they open new doors for you. So they bring in new energy, out with the old and with the new, correct? Okay, so I did a reading about this before, and the thing with the eclipse is that it's gonna be bringing up a lot of repressed energy and emotions, and possibly a lot of trauma that are gonna have to reprocess, right? So you can get rid of it. So not get rid of the trauma itself, because once those things happen, I mean they happen, but the reason they're coming up is so you can kind of reprocess them and be able to let go, in the sense of not letting them weigh you down anymore, so that they allow your new transformation, because that's technically what the eclipse is. And think a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, okay? That's what they are showing me right now. So it's very important at this time that you listen to your body. Let me explain. Recently I was doing some scrying, which I don't do it here on the channel usually because I'm still new at it, but the first thing my guides showed me was a snake, right? Snakes, they signify many things, but at that moment I thought about feminine energy, right? If you know about Kundalini energy, you know where I'm going with this, right? Because there are a lot of things overlapping here, and it's a lot of information, so if you can write down, that's, perfect. I can't tell you exactly what Kundalini energy is. I know the basics of it, right? But I do know that it's supposed to start at your root chakra, so the base of your spine, right? So they showed me this snake, and I was like, okay, so I believe it means this, but I didn't know to what extent they were. I thought they were simply telling me about me embracing my own femininity a little bit more, than an actual awakening, right? But the thing is that they showed me that snake about a day or two before I started having these dreams, and they were very focused on that area of my body, so where the root chakra is supposed to be. And even in one of those dreams, all I saw was the color red, right? I was a little bit confused, but then it kind of clicked that they were talking about my root chakra. So the thing with your root chakra is that your root chakra has to do with your sense of security, and naturally a lot of trauma, when there is trauma, that chakra and emotional repression gets blocked very easily, okay? So it's very important right now, if you're experiencing that, if you're experiencing these feelings, intense feelings, and you're not exactly sure what they're happening, so it's kind of like you're purging. If you're experiencing that, it's very important that you ground yourself and work on your root chakra, because that's going to help you through the process, right? The other thing with this is that I am on a twin flame journey. A lot of people are. If you are in a twin flame journey, this could apply to you, but it depends where you're at in your journey right now. But with this eclipse coming up, apparently this is something I found out after I did the last video, that there's like this wave of twin flames that are coming now into union. So it's kind of like it happens in waves. I'm not exactly sure why, but I believe it's related to this. So if you are one of the of the twin flames that are gonna come into union, with the help of the energy from this eclipse specifically, there's a chance that you could have some sort of awakening, if not a Kundalini awakening itself. That's not gonna apply for everyone, but it is possible, because I am going through it. I was a little bit confused as to what was happening until it kind of clicked in my head, right? And I wanted to talk about it because I couldn't sleep last night. So I slept very badly, and sometimes that happens to me when the energy is very strong, and sometimes it's not even mine specifically. I do know that I'm going through it, but I believe it applies to the collective and maybe more collectives at once, right? So it's, like I said, very important for you to listen to your body. That thing with the dream, pay attention to your dreams. But when people say that, people usually think, okay, what am I seeing in the dream? So you think objects or people or animals. But usually people don't think about colors, and I didn't either. So think about your dreams. If there is a predominant color that you are seeing in your dream, or keeps reappearing in your dreams, and it aligns with one of the chakras, pay attention to that, because your body is telling you what it needs and what chakra needs to be balanced. Okay, this has happened. Let me give you an example. I had my solar plexus, so your solar plexus, I believe I'm saying that right, it's really difficult for me to say it, is around your stomach area, right? So it affects, it's kind of like the center of your body in a way, right? I was having issues with it, and I wasn't exactly, before I noticed that I was having issues with my solar plexus chakra, I was craving bananas. The thing with bananas is that they're a food that they stimulate the solar plexus chakra. I didn't know that, but my body was giving me these natural cravings for the things that I needed. And before I had these dreams, and before I saw the snake, I was craving pink and reds. If you notice, my nails are pink right now, right? So craving, I drank for the first time a hibiscus lemonade, and I had no idea, I don't know why I had that craving, right? And things like that, right? So your body will tell you what it needs, and now it's just, you should always listen to your body, but right now especially listen to it, okay? They're directing my attention. I did put an obsidian here, so maybe it will be beneficial for you to carry an obsidian with you. Right now, obsidians help. I believe they help kind of balance negative energy. I don't think they get rid of it, but they help kind of balance it out. So that could help you a lot. They're indicating to me throat chakra. So there's a possibility that you're having, that the people watching this, a couple of people are having issues with the throat chakra. Check how you can balance it, or just work with that chakra, because there's a high chance that you need to work in that one specifically. Again, this will vary for your situation, but if they're bringing it up and the energy was so strong, it's important that you know this, so that you can work with it. And it can be anything. It could be just certain urges that you get, right? Like, I know it sounds like I'm talking about myself a lot, but I'm channeling at the same time, okay? And this, if I'm saying this and they haven't stopped me, it's because there's someone that could relate to what I'm saying. Like, you could have certain urges that are not related to food. Like, for example, today I haven't worn my shoes the whole day, just barefoot around my house. And that's a grounding activity, and I was like, I don't know why I'm having the urge to do it. That was before it kind of clicked, and I was like, okay, let me do this. So it could be just urges for certain types of music, maybe a specific color, I don't know, a drink. Maybe you have an urge to go outside all of a sudden and sit in the sun. It really depends, but they're saying pay attention to where your body is telling you, right, especially right now, okay? Because that's going to help you ease up the process, especially if you are if the energy of this eclipse is really affecting you, and it will kind of, the energy of the eclipse is kind of gonna, it's like it's gonna remove you from where you're not supposed to be and start guiding you towards to what you need to be, and that's gonna be possibly very fast, okay? And if you are and you resonate with the twin flame journey, it is especially important that you do this and pay attention to your own energy. If you are having as well the Kundalini energy awakening, I mean, if you're having that as well, you know, make sure to inform yourself about it, because I am not an expert and I'm not gonna pretend to be one. I'm just here to share the information that I got and what they're telling me to share with you. Okay, they're giving me a name. I don't know if you're named Lissa or there's someone, they gave me that name before, so maybe it's someone that watches the channel, I don't know. So they're saying that name. I don't know if it's not your name or a name you know, doesn't mean the message is not for you. It's just they're kind of just pointing out you know, pointing to that person specifically, or it could be just about anything really. What is that? Oh, that's interesting. They're showing me like what's the word for it, a blender. I don't know why I'm seeing a blender. So this could be two things. Either you're using a blender right now and you've been I don't know, using it recently or making a lot of shakes and stuff like that. Or they're kind of saying that it's possible that the energy has been kind of mixing up, so you're not sure what's happening. So it could be like this confusion and overwhelming. You know, you feel overwhelmed because there's a lot of stuff going on, emotionally, psychologically, physically, etc. Right? So they're just kind of acknowledging that. Let me see if they have something to say here. I mean, of course they do. The Nine of Cups. Right? Yeah. Sorry, these cards don't have names, so I have to really look at the number, and they're Roman numerals, so I kind of get confused sometimes. So let's get this two more. Okay, this one. Alright, fine. I didn't see that, but okay. The Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. I mentioned the flowers, so there's a, it could be that you're seeing a specific flower, or it happened kind of like it happened to me, that I had this weird urge of having this lemonade with hibiscus for some reason, and I don't know if that's related to the root chakra or not. I'll have to figure it out, right? But here, I mean, this is wish fulfillment. So this is finally like this eclipse energy, and whatever is happening right now is, even if it feels uncomfortable, it's gonna take you, and it's gonna take you to where you need to be and help you bring in your blessings, what you deserve right now. Okay, so remember that what you're gonna get is whatever it resonates with what you've put out into the universe and your energy right now. Okay, so that's very important that you know it. I just had like a weird sense, so maybe there's a, at least a few people. I don't think that this is for everyone. If you're having the Kundalini awakening or something of the sort, there's a very specific sign they're giving me, and it's feeling kind of like out of your body. Always check with your doctor to make sure it's not something else if it keeps happening. But if everything is a-okay with your health and it keeps happening, there's a high chance that this is the awakening going on. Okay, and they're telling me to grab one of these cards. Excuse me. Oof, they're really far away. Oh my goodness, how they felt like this. And this one says you're very close to achieving your goal. It didn't come out, so I'm not gonna take it, but I just want to show that it's here. And there's one peeking out. What's this card? I don't know what card it is. See, the energy is gaining momentum. I'm not taking them out. I simply saw it and I want to check what it was. So there is that. So like I said, it's bringing you to where you need to be. Let's see. These conclusions are within reach. This card specifically, very important that whatever is happening right now, if what's happening is related to an awakening or, you know, the eclipse energy, it's very important that you don't resist it, because that's only gonna make it worse. Okay, it's kind of like they're showing me the Chariot card. It's like this is like once it starts, you can't go back. Okay, you could try to block it, but it's not gonna work. Okay, so I mean, look, see, step out of your comfort zone. Your North Node. Your North Node is kind of like your destiny when it comes to astrology. So this is what you are meant. It's basically what you're meant to have, okay? Where you're meant to be. When the South Node is your past, sometimes it indicates past lives as well, so if you believe in that. But your North Node is where you're supposed to be going towards it. So it makes a lot of sense that they show me the Chariot card in my head. But wherever the Chariot goes, I mean, it's gonna keep moving forward, but it also depends on your energy and whether you're allowing it to happen or not. But because I mean, the awakening is not gonna go back, but you can block it. That's gonna affect you a lot. So it's about whether you try to block it or not. Okay, and it's reasonable that you could be experiencing some type of fear. They're telling you it's gonna be okay. I'm seeing a lot of. They're showing me specifically. I mean, there are stars here. It's the sky, of course, but they are kind of like directing my attention to them specifically to say you have guidance. Okay, so if you ever feel like you need help regarding this, reach out to the angels, to your spirit team. They said something about a I don't know if they're referring to ascended masters or if you have a mentor. Maybe it would be good if you got one, especially if you're going through the Kundalini stuff, because I mean, I don't know how strong it is, so I can't really tell you. Do what you feel is right for you, okay? Let's see what else. You say honey. Honey? So maybe you were craving honey? I don't know why honey. So you got messenger. See, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. And here's the thing. Before I did this, I sat down because I wasn't feeling well before I was gonna do this video. I wasn't feeling well, and I was kind of delaying doing the video. And two cards came up for me with this deck. It was the Two of Pentacles and then the Justice card. So there was balance. So they were trying to say like, because I had a bit of a crisis today with the energy, and you know, now that I feel better, I'm sitting here, okay? So you got that. So this is to balance you and align you with your soul and your purpose, okay? So I mean, it's very, very important energy. And you have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. The woman in this card, I'm gonna bring it closer. It's kind of like in the sea or a lake of some sort, and she's just laying there. She's letting the current carry her, okay? So again, there's this energy of letting go, just let it be. And interestingly enough, yesterday at night I was hearing a song in my head, and within that song they mentioned another song, and it's Let It Be by the Beatles. So it came to mind when I saw this card, so maybe you would like to listen to it, or maybe you like that song, I don't know. Let's see. Cold. See? Oh my gosh. What did I say? That it was to align you with your purpose. This says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. This person is running towards this door. So again, that Chariot energy, that movement, that I mean, that urge to move forward, even when there's fear. So it's calling you. It's kind of like your purpose is calling you. They really reminded me of Moana right now, like the movie from Disney. There's a song in that movie that's her song of the ancestors, maybe like that. So there's a heavy ancestor energy here. If you need help, specifically if you're going through this Kundalini awakening or just an awakening in general, ask for help from your ancestors. And I'm gonna put this out there for my fellow people with uteruses, and even if you don't have one, but this is specifically for people I would say that are menstruating. I'm sorry, I have to say it. If there were issues in your family regarding women, or people who had you know, menstruation, I'm saying women, I'm saying people because I know there are transgenders, so just to be more inclusive. But if there was some issue with kind of rejecting that side of themselves or just rejecting their femininity, And this could be for a man as well. So just rejecting femininity and putting it kind of like as if it were lower or less than masculinity. Or even if you have your own issues yourself with that area of your sacral chakra and again your root chakra, call on your ancestors. If you are a woman, you identified as a woman, you know you have a uterus, or you had issues with that area of your body, it would be good for you to ask help from your female ancestors, or at least ancestors that had this their feminine and masculine energy in balance to help you out. And this goes the same way for masculine energy. They're just kind of emphasizing that, and I wanted to say it as well because I went through it. A lot of times I go through things first, and then they kind of like reach other people in my collective. So that's why I'm sharing what's happening for me, because even if it's not happening right now, at the moment I'm recording this video, it could happen later to people in the collective by the time this video goes up, right? And I'm gonna get one more here because that's what we're indicating. I don't know, how long has this reading been? Not too long. See, I knew it was gonna be pretty short, so I don't think the camera will turn off on me, which is nice. So, and also, even if you're going through, like, even if you're going through it right now, it feels like you still feel positive energy. It's kind of like you could feel, even if you're purging, even if you're going through all of these, you know, all of this energy and the awakening, whatever it is you're going through, it's kind of like you still feel optimistic and at least happy in some way, right? So, I mean, that's really good because it's telling you, and remember that this is temporary. Okay, this is not gonna last forever. This is right now. Okay. Ooh, the Emperor. See, you got the Emperor. There he is. So heavy Aries energy. You got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm gonna move you here. So this is very like a materialistic thing. Not bad or good, just simply that they operate in the material world, right? And let me get some more. Oh, those are too many. Okay, fine. Never mind. No, those are too many. I'm not taking all of that. Sorry. I don't have that much space in here. The Three of Pentacles. See, so this is very material, kind of like focus on the physical. So, see, you have Temperance here. Yeah. So there's a chance that your emotions or whatever you're processing right now, emotions, trauma, whatever it is, it's kind of giving you like physical symptoms. So this could be just random aches and pains, or maybe headaches. Maybe you're not sleeping well like me. So yes, you need to allow yourself to balance out your energetic body, but you need to take care of your physical body, which goes back to that thing that they said about listening to your body. See what your body needs, it will tell you. Okay, your body will let you know what it needs one way or another. And your dreams are a big one, because it's your subconscious. When you are dreaming, your subconscious is kind of like taking the wheel, right? And it's very important that you balance this out as much as you can, just to make it easier on you. Okay, they're saying Shamuel. Shamuel is an archangel, so maybe you would like to ask help from this archangel. I don't know why that came up. I don't have my archangel cards here with me, but Shamuel, I believe I'm saying that right, is Chamel. So maybe you would like, or maybe you do work with this archangel, I don't know. Okay, that should be enough. So we got we got the Hermit, the King of Cups. I'm getting one more because ooh, this one, and the Knight of Pentacles. See, so very earthly. So this eclipse could bring about a lot of physical changes, and that doesn't have to be your body. I'm talking about your life in general. So maybe you could be moving homes, or just getting a new job of sorts, or just your situation, your physical, your earthly situation changing in some way. Not exactly sure how, but there's an emphasis here on that. And with the Hermit, this is part of your healing. You have the King of Cups, and this King of Cups specifically for me, he talks about being calm and remaining open and with faith and trust, even through the storm. Okay, because if you look at him, the King of Cups in this deck is a shark. And he has his cup right here, but the sea is really raging up there, but he's not minding it. He's focused on what he needs to be focused on, and that is your own well-being. So you need to focus on that and that alone right now, okay? Forget about the rest of the world. I mean, not really, but you know, shift your focus from other people towards yourself, okay? Because you need it right now at this time, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. To see a quick message. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday and sometimes on Sundays. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you're going through the Kundalini stuff, because honestly I don't know what's happening. And just I wish you luck on your journey. Much love. Bye bye.